Reincarnation is the idea that our souls live many lives in different bodies. It's a belief that has been around for a very long time and is part of many spiritual traditions. Even if you're not sure about reincarnation, thinking about it can help you understand yourself better and see your life in a new light. Many people feel they have lived before, even if they can't clearly remember those past lives. There are signs that might show you're a reincarnated soul, carrying wisdom and experiences from other lifetimes. Let's explore 8 of these signs and what they might mean for you. 1. Unexplained fears or phobias. Sometimes we're afraid of things and we don't know why. You might be terrified of water, even though you've never had a bad experience with it. Or maybe you feel panic when you're in small spaces, even though nothing scary has ever happened to you in one. These fears that don't make sense in your current life might be coming from things that happened to you in a past life. For example, if you're afraid of water, it's possible you drowned in another life. If small spaces scare you, you might have been trapped somewhere in a previous life. These unexplained fears can be really strong and might affect your daily life. You might avoid certain places or situations because of these fears, even if you know there's no real danger. For instance, you might refuse to fly in airplanes or climb to high places, even though part of you knows it's safe. These fears might seem silly or frustrating to you, but they feel very real and can be hard to shake off. Understanding that these fears might come from past lives can help you deal with them. It doesn't mean the fears will magically disappear, but it might help you make sense of them. You can start to see them as old memories rather than current threats. This can be the first step in overcoming these fears and living more freely in your present life. It might help to talk to someone about these fears, like a therapist or a trusted friend. They might be able to help you work through these feelings and find ways to feel safer and more comfortable. 2. Déjà vu experiences. Have you ever been somewhere new but felt like you've been there before? Or met someone for the first time but felt like you already know them? This feeling is called déjà vu, and it happens to many people. It can be a strange and sometimes unsettling experience. You might be walking down a street in a city you've never visited before, but suddenly you know what's around the next corner. Or you might be talking to someone you just met, but you feel like you can predict what they're going to say next. Some people think déjà vu happens when memories from past lives pop up in our current life. It's like your soul remembers something your mind doesn't. These moments can feel very real and vivid. You might suddenly know your way around a place you've never been, or feel very comfortable in a situation that should be new and strange to you. These experiences can be confusing, but they can also be exciting. They might give you a glimpse into the many experiences your soul has had over many lifetimes. 3. Feeling like an old soul. Some people just seem wise beyond their years. They understand things about life that usually take a long time to learn. If this sounds like you might be what people call an old soul. Being an old soul means you might see the world differently from others your age. You might find yourself giving advice to friends and family, even to people older than you. You might feel like you've been there, done that in many situations, even if you're experiencing them for the first time in this life. Old souls often feel out of place with people their own age. You might prefer talking to older people or spending time alone. You might find that you don't enjoy the same things as your peers. For example, you might prefer quiet conversations to loud parties, or you might be more interested in reading books than playing video games. This can sometimes make you feel lonely or misunderstood. You might wonder why you can't just be like everyone else and enjoy the things they do. This wisdom and understanding could come from having lived many lives before. Your soul might have learned a lot of lessons already, making you feel older and wiser than your age. Recognizing this can help you appreciate your unique perspective. Instead of feeling weird or different, you can see your old soul nature as a gift. You have insights and understanding that can help others. You might be a good listener and a trusted advisor to your friends and family. 4. Unexplained talents and skills. Sometimes people are naturally good at things they've never learned. Maybe you can play music without lessons, or you're great at math without studying much. These unexplained talents might be signs of skills you learned in past lives. It can be surprising and exciting to discover for the first time and find that you can play it easily. Or you might solve complex math problems in your head without knowing how you do it. These talents can show up in many different ways. You might be able to speak a language you've never studied, or you might be an amazing cook without any training. You might even have skills that seem out of place in the modern world, like being really good at horseback riding or using old-fashioned tools. These abilities might seem to come out of nowhere. You might not be able to explain how you know how to do these things, you just do. This can be confusing, but it can also be really cool. 5. Deep connection to certain cultures or time periods. Do you feel drawn to a particular culture or time in history? Maybe you love everything about ancient Egypt, or you feel at home when you hear Celtic music. This strong connection might be because you lived in that culture or time before. You might find yourself fascinated by books, movies, or TV shows about certain historical periods. You might feel a strong urge to visit certain countries or learn certain languages. It's like something inside you recognizes and responds to these things, even if you've never experienced them in this life. This connection can show up in different ways. You might love the food, music, or art from a certain place or time. You might feel very comfortable with the customs or beliefs of a culture that's not your own, or you might have detailed knowledge about a historical period without studying it much. For example, you might know a lot about life in medieval Europe without ever taking a class on it. You might even have dreams or daydreams about living in a different time or place. 6. Recurring dreams or nightmares. Dreams can be windows into our minds. If you have dreams that keep coming back, especially vivid ones, they might be memories from past lives. These recurring dreams might be about places you've never been or people you've never met. They might be set in different time periods. For example, you might dream about being a soldier in a war or living in an ancient city. These dreams can feel very real, almost like memories rather than just imaginations. Sometimes these dreams are happy or exciting. You might dream about flying or about having amazing adventures, but they can also be scary nightmares. You might dream about being in danger or about losing someone you love. These dreams can be so strong that they affect how you feel even after you wake up. You might feel sad, scared, or excited for no apparent reason when you start your day. 7. Instant connections with people. Have you ever met someone and felt like you've known them forever? This instant connection might be because you knew each other in a past life. These connections can feel very strong and happen very quickly. You might meet someone for the first time and feel like you can trust them completely. Or you might start talking to someone and find that you agree on everything, almost like you can read each other's minds. These instant connections can happen with all sorts of people. It might be someone who becomes a close friend or a romantic partner. It could be a teacher who really understands you, or a co-worker who you team up with perfectly. Sometimes it might even be someone you only meet briefly, but they say exactly what you need to hear at that moment. These meetings can feel magical, like they were meant to happen. These soul connections are special. They might be here to teach you something, help you with something, or just to bring joy into your life. Sometimes these relationships can be challenging too. You might have instant chemistry with someone, but also find that you push each other's buttons. This could be because you have unfinished business from a past life. Cherishing these relationships and learning from them can be an important part of your journey in this life. They can help you grow, heal, and become a better person. 8. Natural inclination towards spirituality. If you're naturally drawn to spiritual ideas and practices, it might be because your soul has explored these things in many past lives. You might find that you're curious about different religions or spiritual traditions. You might feel drawn to practices like meditation or yoga, even if you've never tried them before. You might also be interested in things like energy healing, psychic abilities, or the meaning of life. This spiritual inclination might show up in different ways. You might find it easy to understand spiritual concepts that others find confusing. You might feel very peaceful when you do spiritual practices, like you're coming home to yourself. You might also find that you're able to see the deeper meaning in everyday events. For example, you might notice signs or synchronicities that others miss. It can help you find meaning in life, deal with hard times, and connect with something bigger than yourself. Exploring your spiritual side can lead to personal growth and a deeper understanding of the world and your place in it. It might lead you to try different spiritual practices, read spiritual books, or join spiritual communities. Even if you're not sure what you believe, following this spiritual inclination can bring more peace, purpose, and wonder into your life. The idea of reincarnation opens up a whole new way of looking at life. It suggests that we're all on a long journey of learning and growing, not just in this life, but across many lives. If you see these signs in yourself, it doesn't mean you have to believe in reincarnation, but thinking about these ideas can help you understand yourself better. It can explain things about you that might not make sense otherwise. If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.